Welcome to the Healing Truth. So, I have a recipe that I cooked up for you all today. It tastes a little like choosing yourself without apology. Now, I want you to know that this space is for clarity, honesty, and healing. So, I want to talk about what it really means to choose yourself without apology. A lot of people hear the phrase choose yourself, but very few people explain what that actually looks like in real life, especially after emotionally unhealthy relationships. For many people, choosing yourself does not feel empowering at first. It feels uncomfortable, it feels selfish, sometimes it even feels wrong. And that is not because choosing yourself is wrong, it is because many of us were conditioned to believe that love meant sacrifice, that loyalty meant endurance, and that being a good person meant putting your needs last. So when you finally start to choose yourself, your nervous system reacts before your logic does. You may feel guilt, anxiety, or even fear, even when the decision is healthy. And that emotional response often confuses people into thinking they are making the wrong choice, when in reality, they are just doing something unfamiliar. This is a moment where it could be helpful to ask yourself something. Honestly, when was the first time I learned that choosing myself would upset someone else? For many people, that lesson came early. And once you learn that your needs cause conflict, you start to silence them. Choosing yourself does not mean you suddenly stop caring about others. It means you stop disappearing in order to be loved. It means you stop prioritizing someone else's comfort over your own well being. One of the first steps in choosing yourself is learning to notice how you feel without immediately explaining it away. Many people have learned to override their internal signals. They notice discomfort, but they tell themselves they're being too sensitive. They feel drained, but they push through anyway. They sense something is off, but they give the benefit of doubt again and again. So, this is another place to reflect. Who benefited the most from me staying quiet, patient, or understanding? So, choosing yourself begins when you allow those signals to matter. Your body often knows before your mind does. Tension, exhaustion, anxiety, or emotional numbness are not character flaws. They are information. And choosing yourself means respecting that information instead of dismissing it. Another important part of choosing yourself is understanding why it felt so hard to do in the past. Many people did not fail to choose themselves because they were weak. They failed because choosing themselves once came with consequences. It may have led to conflict, withdrawal of affection, criticism, or abandonment. So it is worth asking yourself this: what did I believe would happen if I said no, walked away, or spoke my truth? Over time, your system learns that self abandonment feels safer than self protection. That is not a personal failure, that is adaptation. So choosing yourself now is not just a decision, it's a rewiring process. It means learning that you survive discomfort without betraying yourself. It means learning that peace does not have to be earned through overgiving. It means allowing yourself to be disappointed by someone else instead of constantly disappointing yourself. Many people notice that when they start choosing themselves, guilt shows up immediately. They say no, but feel the urge to explain. They set boundaries, but feel the need to soften it. They take space, but feel responsible for how others feel about it. This is a good moment to ask yourself another honest question. How many times have I felt relief and guilt at the same time? That feeling is not a contradiction. It is a sign that you're doing something new. People who benefited from you not choosing yourself will often react when you begin to do so. They may say you have changed. They may call you selfish, distant, or ungrateful. Their reaction can shake your confidence if you still learning to trust yourself. But here's the truth. Someone's discomfort with your boundaries does not make them unreasonable. It simply means your growth has changed the dynamic. So here's another question that could bring clarity. What part of me was I trying to protect by not choosing myself? Often that answer is safety, connection, or belonging, or the hope that things would eventually change. Choosing yourself also means letting go of the need to be understood by everyone. This is one of the hardest parts. Many people stay stuck because they want someone else to finally see their intentions or acknowledge their effort. But choosing yourself sometimes means accepting that not everyone will understand your decision in choosing peace anyway. You do not need permission to take care of yourself. You do not need to earn rest. You do not need to justify leaving situations that cost you your sense of self. Choosing yourself means redefining love. Love should not feel like constant anxiety. It should not require you to monitor your reactions or minimize your needs to stay connected. Love should not require you to shrink. There may be discomfort after choosing yourself. There may be loneliness or grief. That does not mean you made the wrong choice. It means you're grieving a version of yourself that survived by abandonment. Over time, that discomfort gives way to clarity, stability, and self respect. Peace begins to replace confusion. And peace may feel unfamiliar at first, but peace is not boring. Peace is safe. Choosing yourself is not about becoming hard or closed off. It is about becoming honest, honest about your limits, honest about your needs, honest about what you can and cannot tolerate. And when you stop apologizing for those truths, something shifts. You begin to trust yourself again. You begin to feel grounded in your decisions. You begin to experience relationships that feel mutual instead of draining. Choosing yourself without apology does not mean you will never compromise. It means you no longer compromise your well being. It means you choose alignment over attachment, clarity over confusion, and truth over comfort. Now, this process takes time. You will not get it right every time. That does not mean you are failing, it means you are learning. Choosing yourself is a practice, not a personality trait. And every time you choose yourself, even in the smallest of ways, you reinforce the truth that you matter. Your needs matter, and your peace matter. All right, this is the healing truth. And your clarity is not up for debate.